So why do we need the Philippines? And also, why does the US and China especially both need the Philippines? Now, before anyone says rice, because they are like the number one for rice. Thank you, Philippines. That's part of my Brazilian diet as well. Rice, rice, rice. Love the rice. Thank you. And when I went to the Philippines myself, rice was in every meal. Anyways, I'm getting off topic. I'm just saying, hey, the rice is the fact. No one can say nothing else. The rice is a fact, and I ate it in every single meal I had in the Philippines. Just point blank, period.
No, you deserve that.
No, I didn't.
You deserve that. You deserve that.
No, I didn't. Plus, you hurt my neck, man. I know exactly who I'm gonna call.
Hello?
Hey, Morgan and Morgan.
What happened?
Yeah, someone just injured me. You know what to do, right? There's a reason why football or soccer, for anyone who doesn't know, is the best sport. Just like there's a reason that Morgan and Morgan is America's largest injury law firm. Morgan & Morgan has been fighting for the people for over 35 years, which sounds intense, but makes sense when you realize that they've recovered over $25 billion. You've heard that correctly. $25 billion for more than 500,000 clients. When you hire them, it's like having a legal army behind your back. And if you're injured because of someone else's negligence, then you deserve to be paid. But wait, I don't have enough money for all this. I can't afford it. Wait, there's no charge or upfront cost? Only unless I win. Y'all, man. Hey, your insurance company gonna be real angry with me. Just watch.
Okay. They got way too much money anyways.
So don't feel bad for being compensated, especially when it's exactly what you deserve. So if you're ever injured, you can check out Morgan & Morgan. The fee is free unless you win. You can start your claim now by clicking the link in the description or by scanning the QR code on screen from your phone's camera. Now, with that being said, why is it that the US and China both need the Philippines? I can mention many reasons, but this video is going to say a lot more. Come join me, please. Let's go.
Philippines is abandoning China's Belt and Road Initiative, canceling billions in promised projects despite desperate infrastructure needs. Why? The answer is rooted in a high-stakes contest between the United States, China, and Japan, with the Philippines positioned at the center. Despite an international tribunal in The Hague invalidating China's sweeping maritime claims near the Philippines, Beijing continues to expand its presence.
Oh, yeah.
Can this nation hold its ground in a power struggle on the high seas?
By the way, I watched the video of this. What is happening? Is this, I don't know who it was. This is either China doing this to the Philippines or Philippines doing this to China, like spraying them down. And obviously, this doesn't look like it does a lot, but this kind of like hose does a lot of. It will literally catch you flying. Like I've seen it before, obviously used in like when people have those not raids. I was gonna say raids, but it's like the protests, and then the people would use that with water, and the person goes flying. I know I'm laughing, but like I'm saying like. I'm laughing because it's so crazy to think that humans have created things like that where you could literally spray water to the point where somebody can go flying. Like the thought of it is insane. That's why I say, hey, don't take yourself too seriously because it is kind of like crazy to think about when you think about it on a surface level. But of course, there's a deeper reason to all this and what's going on. And obviously, I don't know about yet. But of course, you guys can explain what's going on, especially because I saw this video. I had no idea what's going on. But I knew that was China and Philippines type stuff.
Can this nation hold its ground in a power struggle on the high seas? And at what cost? $5 trillion in global trade flows past the Philippines through the South China Sea every year. That's why three superpowers are fighting over 7,600 scattered islands. Look at a map. Japan, Taiwan, and the Philippines form a 2,000-mile barrier between China and the open ocean. Military strategists call it the first island chain. China calls it a cage. The Luzon Strait is 160 miles wide. Every Chinese submarine headed to the Pacific has to squeeze through this gap. Every American carrier rushing to defend Taiwan does too. Whoever controls this choke point controls Asia's sea lanes.
Yo, that's insane.
If Manila aligns with the United States and other regional partners, it can effectively limit Chinese naval movement, making it harder for Beijing to supply its forces or respond quickly in a crisis, especially one involving Taiwan. But beneath these same waters lie trillions of cubic feet of natural gas. Above them, millions of Filipino fishermen are trying to make a living, and China wants both. Under the United Nations, every country claims a 200 nautical mile exclusive economic zone from their shores. But China has not bought into these boundaries. To cement their presence, China constructed...
I feel like this is always going to happen in history. Like, history repeats itself. And, like, every human being that is in some sort of power is going to want more. That's kind of like the whole greed standpoint. And before anyone comes at me, I'm not saying that, like, only China is, like, greedy or this or that or this or that. I'm just saying that usually that's just what happens with the want for more. Hey, I want this part, or this part of land, or I want this part, and that's that, right? And, like, you fight for it, and then it becomes this almost like, you know, who's stronger contest type stuff. And it's something that I feel like always happens in history. This has happened, like, so many times. Imagine even in the Roman times, like, literally wasn't Rome taking over almost everything at one point? And then the same with the Portuguese, right? Hey, it wasn't me. All right. Even though I'm Brazilian Portuguese, hey, it wasn't me. All right. But you know what I'm saying? Like, there was a point where it's just constant. Obviously, it's died down a little bit. Everybody got their parts, but it still happens slightly with certain parts. And it's insane to me that it can kind of just continue to happen. People just can't live in peace, bro. They got to find something. They got to find something, bro.
Artificial islands on disputed reefs, with satellite images showing dozens of anti-ship and anti-air missile sites on 7 reclaimed features. These outposts bristle with radar, airstrips, and missile batteries, sending a clear message about Beijing's willingness to enforce its claims by force if necessary.
Oh, it was the Chinese Coast Guard doing it to the Philippines. Dude, come on, bro. Like, bro.
For the Philippines, this militarization is a direct threat to its sovereignty. The Scarborough Shoal, just 120 miles from Luzon, was once a vital fishing ground for Filipinos, but the shoal fell under Chinese control after a 2012 standoff. The Philippines is now fighting to retain
Whoa! Does he got an axe on it? He got an axe.
Standoff.
He has an axe point. Yo, relax, bro. Holy moly, dude.
Philippines is now fighting to retain its outlying islands and shoals from Chinese control. Recently, they've been defending the Second Thomas Shoal, a submerged reef located in the Spratly Islands. The Philippine outpost on Second Thomas Shoal is the BRP Sierra Madre, a Philippine naval transport ship intentionally grounded on the reef and maintained by a contingent of Marines. The Marines are regularly resupplied while on the shoal, but those resupply boats are consistently harassed by Chinese naval vessels in the area.
Dude.
America watches from the sidelines. U.S. warships observe these confrontations, but won't fire first. Diplomatic protests, stern warnings, freedom of navigation patrols, everything except actually stopping China. But every Chinese water cannon, every blocked supply run, every harassed Filipino fisherman pushes Manila deeper into Washington's arms. China's strategy is backfiring spectacularly. Beijing wanted to peel the Philippines away from America through economic incentives and military pressure. Instead, it's creating the very encirclement that it fears. The Philippines has gone from a neutral trading partner to America's unsinkable aircraft carrier, all because China couldn't resist bullying fishermen.
Yeah, and that's the thing is, like, I feel like the Philippines don't take lightly, just in general, even the people. Like, you could take a look at, and, you know, stay with me real quick, but it's the thing that happened with Vitaly, for example. That can show you how Filipinos are when it comes to, when you disrespect their kindness and especially their neutral standpoint when it came to, you know, being partners with around the world. When you start, like, messing with that idea or taking advantage of that and then bullying, like Vitaly almost did with its people, bullying, they're just like, you know what, bro, enough's enough. And then they just kind of, they start becoming this, okay, I'm going to lean towards here now. And I think that happens with a lot of different people, but the Philippines at most, because they are a people who want to look at things, like, not biasly, right? They want to be more so, you know, more kind to the thought that, hey, we might need you and we might need you. We might need both, right? Like, you know, we love you guys, boom, boom, boom. But when you start to kind of bully that idea, like, you love us both, you got to choose one. And then they're like, okay, you stay over there. I'm going to be with them then because you're being rude. Like, that's kind of how I feel like the Philippines looks at it. And I know I explained it in a little goofy way, but that's for some people to understand in that way where it's not too complex. But that's what I see, especially with all the things that have happened in the past with the Philippines. Like, they are very neutral, like he mentioned, but some people, man, they push that boundary because it's like, oh, they're neutral. Well, let me make them not neutral. But and then when you do that, you're causing the opposite effect,
2023, America got permission to put missiles 1,500 miles from Beijing. The Philippines just handed the U.S. 9 military bases, more than any other country in the region.
Wow.
And this isn't your grandfather's Cold War bases.
Yeah.
No permanent American soldiers, no colonial flags flying. But the missiles, those are very real. The 2014 Enhanced Defense Cooperation Agreement deal was brilliant. America gets the bases, the Philippines keep their sovereignty. The agreement initially covered 5 sites, including Basa Air Base in Pampanga and Antonio Batista Air Base in Palawan, both chosen for their strategic locations near potential flashpoints. Unlike the Cold War era installations, EDCA bases do not host permanent American garrisons. Instead, they enable joint training, pre-positioning of equipment, and rapid deployment in the event of a crisis.
Wow.
America is writing checks too, $32 million to upgrade Basa Air Base, funded under the Pacific Deterrence Initiative. New runways, new storage, new command centers. The U.S. has deployed advanced systems to these sites, including the Typhoon mid-range missile platform.
And this is all because of China and what they're doing, right, with the bullying. So now they've been watching, and now they're just, we're here now. Now what? Basically like that, like the big brother almost.
Which can strike targets up to 1,500 miles away. This capability extends the reach of both U.S. and Philippine forces, making the archipelago a critical node in the broader Indo-Pacific security architecture.
Wow.
Every year, 17,000 troops practice war games, HIMAR rockets, Patriot missiles, amphibious invasions. And China can watch it all on satellite. The U.S. has also approved a $5.5 billion package of weapon sales to the Philippines, including F-16 fighter jets, AMRAAM air-to-air missiles, and precision-guided munitions. Lockheed Martin got even richer. At the same time, the U.S. is supporting the development of maritime domain awareness through projects like the upgrade of the Naval Detachment Oyster Bay, which will support unmanned surface vehicles and bolster the Philippines' ability to monitor contested waters.
That's crazy.
China's response? Economic warfare.
Economic warfare?
$18 billion. That's how much more the Philippines buys from China than it sells back. A 3-to-1 trade imbalance should give Beijing incredible leverage. So, why is Manila rejecting billions of dollars in Chinese infrastructure loans? The Philippines watched Sri Lanka hand over Hambantota Port to China on a 99-year lease after defaulting on its Belt and Road loans. That was lesson enough. The Philippines imports a quarter of everything from China. Factory components,
but a 99-year loan. What? Like, someone explain to me in dumb terms, please. Like, in the comments, explain to me in dumb terms. 99-year loan. What?
It's Belt and Road loans. That was lesson enough. The Philippines imports a quarter of everything from China. Factory components, electronics, machinery, the stuff that keeps the economy running. When Beijing controls your supply chain and your trade deficit is tilted 3-to-1 in their favor, saying no to their infrastructure money should be economic suicide. Here's the problem. China wants the Philippines ports and wants to ram Filipino fishermen. You can't offer Belt and Road deals while your Coast Guard is playing bumper boats with Filipino supply ships. And every dust-up in the South China Sea makes Chinese loans more politically toxic. President Marcos Jr. has canceled billions in railway projects rather than risk debt traps. The Mindanao Railway, all shelved despite being initially approved under the Duterte administration. The contradiction is killing China's strategy. The Philippines desperately need this infrastructure.
Oh, okay. So the Philippines needs the infrastructure. China's trying to give it, but if they accept it, then China's going to use that against them, basically. Put them in a trap to where they're like owned for 99 years type stuff, right? That I explained it kind of, is that's kind of crazy. That's kind of crazy game, bro. What in the politics is happening? Bro, people are crazy, bro. Like, the most I can do is fool you in Among Us, bro. Like, with that stuff, like, they take it to a level that is almost insane with, you know, money and billions of dollars, because you're playing in this crazy ball game. And it is kind of crazy, man, that China be doing that. Like, it's something that happened, obviously, with Sri Lanka, right? Is that what the other one was, with a 99-year loan? What? Like, obviously, like I said, explain that to me even more. But let me know if I got that right, though. Like,
Traffic jams are legendary. Their bridges are crumbling, and their ports are overcrowded. Chinese money could fix a lot of it. Instead, Beijing's aggression in the South China Sea has made taking Chinese loans a sovereignty risk that no Filipino leader can afford. China's economic power should own the Philippines. Instead, its military bullying has pushed it into the arms of the Americans. While China offers debt and America offers protection,
oh, there you go, the debt.
Japan offers independence. Guess which one a former colony loves most? Tokyo's $52 billion infrastructure program is about proving that the Philippines can modernize without selling its sovereignty. Every completed Japanese project is a middle finger to Beijing's development model.
Bro, I love Japan, by the way.
In 2023,
Awesome.
Japan became the Philippines' top source of development aid, $2.8 billion compared to China's $440 million. And the gap will continue to widen. That same year, Japan...
Isn't that insane, too, that with this huge gap, you would think, like, oh, like, what is this, like, $5? No, this 3.1% is still $400 million. Such a big number, bro. But obviously, this is over what? No, this is 2023, right? And then this is how much? How many billions for Japan?
Japan became the Philippines' top source of development aid, $2.8 billion.
$2.8 billion.
China's $440 million.
Wow.
And the gap will continue to widen. That same year, Japan signed its first ever military aid agreement with the Philippines. The official security assistance framework lets Tokyo directly supply weapons and equipment to Manila's military.
Wow.
First delivery, Mitsubishi's P-14ME radars. These aren't fishing boat detectors. They're military-grade systems that can track every Chinese vessel within 200 miles of Philippine shores. Japan
That's
is
crazy.
essentially giving the Philippines the eyes to see China coming. But the genius is in the packaging. When America deploys Typhoon missiles that scream military confrontation, Japan delivers disaster monitoring radars that happen to track warships perfectly. Same strategic effect, zero diplomatic blowback.
Wow.
While China's Belt and Road Initiative crumbles under corruption scandals and debt crises, Japan's quiet infrastructure revolution is transforming the Philippines into a modern, self-reliant ally. The result? Manila now sees Japan as its most reliable partner. In a region where everyone wants to own the Philippines, Japan figured out how to win by helping the Philippines own itself.
Wow.
Three superpowers.
That's incredible.
Offered three very different deals. China wanted to break out of the first island chain, and instead it created the very encirclement that it feared. Manila took American weapons, rejected Chinese loans, and embraced Japanese infrastructure.
That's crazy.
It's playing the great powers against each other while building the strength to stand alone.
Wow.
Proving yet again that geography is destiny. Sitting at the crossroads of $5 trillion in annual trade.
I love this video. What an incredible video by Aaron Watson. Absolute fire video, bro. This is insane.
And controlling the choke point between China and the Pacific Ocean means that the Philippines hold the key to Asia's maritime future. Thanks for watching.
Bro, the Philippines, I feel, is like a reason that everything is standing right now. I mean, obviously, like, the Philippines is a big part of the, you know, like he mentioned, first of all, the geography is very important. It's destiny, right? But, like, quite literally, they are in that way of what other people want and stuff like that. But the way that the Philippines played this was excellent, bro. This is crazy stuff, man. Crazy stuff. Absolutely love that video. Yo, insane video by Aaron Watson. Loved it. Thank you guys for linking this over, and thank you so much for watching. Hey, if you loved it, subscribe. If you want more, leave a like. Hey, till next time, guys.
Yeah.
Peace.
Look. How good you been living? Wait, how good you been living?
I've been living too good for you. I've been living too. Did what I did and I do it again. Every move that I make, I ain't feeling repent. Nobody believes to believe it's a friend, and you question your moves like you really won't end. Really?